Hey everyone, and welcome. This is part of our special Parshat and relationship series with the amazing coach Mizal Klein. And today we're diving into something I think we've all felt, especially in the dating world, that raw, sinking feeling of being completely misunderstood. You know the feeling, right? You're on a date, things seem to be clicking, and then, bam, a disconnect. A comment gets taken the wrong way, a joke doesn't land, and you're just left feeling like they don't see you for who you really are. And that thought, he just doesn't get me, can really echo, can't it? It's like this invisible wall just shoots up between you two, right when you're supposed to be building a bridge. It's not just some minor annoyance. It can feel like a deep down rejection of your entire perspective. And look, it is so important to remember, this is not a one-way street. That same exact frustration, yeah, there's a really good chance the person sitting across the table is feeling it too. It's a universal roadblock to connection.
Okay, so why is this such a big deal when you're dating? I mean, why does one little misunderstanding feel like this massive earthquake at the beginning of a relationship?
It's because, well, the connection is still so new and fragile. You're literally building the foundation of whatever this could be with every single word. You don't have that shared history, that bank of trust you've built up over years. So every single interaction just carries so much more weight. It's all you've got to go on.
This is really the crucial fork in the road. How you respond in that fragile moment, it sets the tone for everything. If you react with anger, well, you can create a totally wrong impression, and honestly, it could end things right then and there. But a calm approach, oh, that sends a completely different message. It says you're mature, you care, and you're someone who can work through a challenge together. And here's how quickly it can all go south. Because you don't know each other that well yet, your brain just starts filling in the blanks, usually with your own assumptions and fears. A simple word suddenly feels loaded, a gesture is read all wrong, and before you know it, one person's anger triggers the others. And just like that, you're trapped in this vicious cycle. Okay, so if we all know this cycle and we know how damaging it is, how in the world do you stop it? How do you keep a tiny misunderstanding from blowing up into a full-blown argument that kills the vibe? Well, the answer isn't to just try and avoid any and all conflict. Come on, that's impossible, right? The real key is having a plan, a strategy ready to go for when, not if, that frustration pops up.
So what does that look like? Well, Mizal Klein has this fantastic, practical 3-step solution. And what's great about it is that it's not just about stopping a fight. It's actually about using that moment to get closer. It's really as simple and as powerful as this. Acknowledge, breathe, and ask. These 3 little actions can completely shift the dynamic from a battle to a team effort. So let's break them down. All right, step 1, acknowledge the situation. The very first thing is to just name it. Just say what's happening out loud. Saying something like, I feel like there's a misunderstanding here, does 2 incredible things at once. First, it hits the brakes on all that negative energy. And second, it shows your intention isn't to fight, it's to fix it. You're immediately on the same side. Now, step 2 might honestly be the most important part of this whole thing. Breathe and create space. That little tiny pause you take before you react, it is everything. It breaks that automatic, knee-jerk, I'm hurt, so I'm going to lash out reaction. It communicates so much without a single word. It says, hold on, I'm taking you seriously, I'm not just going to react. And that brings us to step 3. Ask questions, don't accuse. This is where you pivot from accusation to genuine curiosity. So instead of leading with, you made me feel this way, which just puts someone on the defensive, you get curious. You ask, hey, what did you mean when you said that? Or how did that feel for you? See the difference? All of a sudden, you're not opponents in a fight. You're just 2 people on the same team trying to figure something out together. So when you actually put these 3 steps into practice, what happens? What's the real outcome here? Look, the goal is so much bigger than just winning the argument. It's not even just about resolving the conflict, really. The real prize is building a relationship where you both feel totally safe and heard and understood, especially when things get a little tricky. And honestly, this is the most powerful part of this whole idea. When you learn to handle these moments with care, they stop being these scary threats to your connection. They actually become opportunities, because every single time you get through one of these misunderstandings together, you're building trust, you're building intimacy, you're making that foundation even stronger for whatever comes next.
And this right here is exactly what Mazel Klein is an expert in. She helps couples and individuals completely transform the way they communicate so they can build these kinds of happy, secure, and deeply connected relationships.
So if any of this resonates with you and you'd like some guidance on how to build this kind of connecting communication in your own life, you're invited to get in touch with Mazel. She's a fantastic coach for marriage and happy relationships, and you can reach her at 052-328-6037. So let's just leave it with this question. What if that next misunderstanding, that moment you usually dread, could actually be the exact moment your relationship gets stronger? What if handling conflict the right way isn't about avoiding a problem, but it's actually the key to building a real lasting connection? That's a powerful thought to take with you.